It is Earth Day today. How many of you all knew that? Because it is Earth Day, we're going to make a buttermilk salad dressing. We're going to have two kinds of salad. We're going to have a cucumber salad, and then we're going to have a buttermilk salad dressing on field greens. And I was going to do all salads, like 4 salads, and I thought, who in the world wants to eat 4 different kinds of salad tonight? So we are having spaghetti, which is a little bit better. We're having spaghetti with it also. And I do apologize for running a little late. It is prom season, and everybody is wanting corsages. All right. Well, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make our Italian sausage spaghetti sauce. This is a little bit. I have already cooked my Italian sausage. 2 pounds of Italian sausage. We've got some of it a real good buy right now. This is located in our meat department. Along our lunch meat, where bacon and things are located, right past it is our Italian sausage. Now, Italian sausage has very little grease in it at all. If you start to cook it, it will stick really quickly if you've got it turned up on high. Miss Betty took care of me because once again I was called away. I said, what a great way to use your customers. She come back and she said, your sausage is ready, you've been gone so long. So I cooked some onions in with this. I took about 2/3 a cup of onion. I used our Vidalia onions. How many of y'all have had the first Vidalia onions this season? We've got them in. They're 69 cents a pound. They are absolutely wonderful. They're sweeter than I think they've been in the last few years. The flatter, how many of you all know the flatter the onion, the sweeter the onion? And I didn't get a real flat one today because I was using quite a bit of onion. But I have cooked this in with my Italian sausage. That's what I've got done already. Now we are going to add some tomatoes, which I'm going to have to cut. My assistant has left me for the moment to get cheese. All right, we've done run these through once. And I apologize, but it is a beautiful evening outside, and I appreciate you all coming because it's hard to get away, isn't it, when once it's pretty outside. But it was still a little cool today, but it was nice day. Now it says plum tomatoes. I'm using these Romano tomatoes. They're kind of a spin of Roma tomatoes. A good little tomato to use, especially this time of year. Now, in the summer, this would be out of this world to make. And I just cut these up in different shapes. You all can cut them however you like them, and fresh tomatoes and local grown tomatoes would be great in this sauce. This sauce makes 2 quarts of sauce, so you can freeze part of this sauce. Gotta get a sharper knife. You can make it, but in my house it gets 8, and I always think spaghetti sauce is better the second day than the first. So I trust everybody's had a very good week. This one's a little, is that better?
Yes.
Okay, oh gosh, it is. We're using the serrated bread knife. Sharpest knife we got in the house today. Yes, it is. It does work very well. How many of you all have started planting flowers? Have you got the urge and started yet? Nope. I've resisted. We had a little bit of a frost the other night, didn't we? You know, we sold a lot of hanging baskets today. We got a lot of hanging baskets in and sold a lot today. People are just wanting it to be warm and pretty outside, wanting it to be spring. Everybody's kind of got that spring fever. Not quite May yet, though. All right. Just got a few more tomatoes to slice. Well, I guess you all have seen we had a little bit of a different setup. We have a rather large party in the morning, so we're setting a little bit different tonight, around the tables tonight. No, really, we have that many people coming that we gotta have this many tables out. I'm gonna go ahead and dump that first bit in here. Wanda, you want to stir that for me, please, ma'am? Just a few more tomatoes. Well, Nancy, I had another recipe I was going to make of yours tonight, and it kind of got put to the side, so we may make it next week. We're going to make the blueberry crumb cake. We're going to make it next week. No noodles. No noodles. No sauerkraut. No tomatoes. Nothing strange that I like to put in things. If you like it in cake and in bread, it's good. It's good. Do what? Check my noodles. The camera guy is saying, check your noodles. Isn't he wonderful? He's such a help. He come downstairs and said, what can I help you with? I said, you can cook my spaghetti. Most people don't volunteer to do things like that for you. Kind of been a busy day. I think we've all had busy days. Did everybody come hungry tonight? I hope so. I told you all to come hungry tonight. I said, don't eat dinner before you get here. We have all kinds of stuff tonight. Once I get these tomatoes sliced, we'll be well on our way. Oh, well, that's good. Well, that's good. That's always good. Grandchildren, that's always good. You know, it amazes me of what children know now and what buttons to push and what to do. They can do it faster than we can, even, you know, small children. All right, well, we're putting a lot of tomatoes in here tonight. And after you get all this going, after you cook your Italian sausage, this actually only takes about 15 minutes after that point. We may have to go to a bigger pot. All right. We're going to have to drain our noodles. All right, now we're going to add our beef broth. Most people have beef broth. Yeah, they're done. And I apologize. I usually have tomatoes cut because everybody here knows how to cut a tomato and do that kind of thing. We might be switching pots a little bit because this is a good sized amount of. Do what? This is beef broth. I'm fixing to open my paste. Yes. Food Club in the broth and Value Time in the tomato paste.
Did you use a cube?
Yeah. And if you didn't want to do fresh tomatoes, you could also do it that way. All right, we're going to add some beef broth. This is not my favorite can opener, so why do you all can probably guess why I always have all the cans open before a class. Because I feel like I've got it open and then I don't. There we go. 2 cans of beef broth. Then we're going to have 2 cans of tomato paste. And we're just about done. Nope. How many of you all remember our bread bowl salad we made last year? We took Italian bread or French bread and cut up in cubes and used Roma tomatoes and red onions, made a vinaigrette. Talked about doing it again. I had somebody the other day was talking about a salad, and I thought that would be the best kind of salad once we gets a little warmer outside. All right. Well, now you all can really see what a struggle I have with this can opener every week. I know. We do. And you know, I don't know why I just don't get a new can opener. They would let me have a new can opener if I would just go get it. Okay, then we're going to put our tomato paste in. We need a little binder. Tomato paste is great for that. It packs a lot of flavor and just a little bit of can. All right. All right. We're almost there. But it takes about 15 minutes is all it takes after we get all this in here. All right. Just a minute. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of brown sugar and a little Italian seasoning and a little cinnamon. How many of you all put cinnamon in your spaghetti sauce? My daughter does. And it's really good. It's one of those things you wouldn't normally think of, but it is great in spaghetti sauce. How many of y'all put peanut butter in your chili or your spaghetti sauce? You can do that also. Cocoa.
Why brown instead of white?
Brown just gives it a richer flavor. That's all. And it says we're going to add about 2 tablespoons, so I'll just eyeball that. Bam. Like Emerald or on Duck Dynasty, you know, they kind of make fun of Emerald a little bit on that show too. All right. My husband thinks that he's sauce sometimes. Not always the greatest moments. All right. Now 1/4 teaspoon. Do I have one over here? Here we go. If I can see correctly, we would 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. We probably do. I remember most things, but I don't remember everything that's on sale.
Maybe it's Friday night.
We do have Midnight Madness this Friday. All right. Now I'm going to stir this up. We do have Midnight Madness. It starts at 4 o'clock. We got a lot of good deals this week. All right. Now this, like I said, this makes 2 quarts of spaghetti sauce. And we're going to let that get to boiling. And we're going to cook that for about 15 to 20 minutes uncovered. So while we're making everything else, we're going to cook this sauce down.